Hi guys, how are you? I wanted to make a little tips and tricks video that I think will be super helpful as you care for your knitwear. So I think this is particularly important this time of year when we're wearing all of our sweaters and our long sleeve tees and our leggings and all of those things that are made of those super soft, comfortable, cozy knits that we love. And we want them to last a long time, and we want them to stay like as good as new for as long as we possibly can. So some tips that I have for caring for your knitwear are as follows, okay? So when it comes to washing your knitwear, now what I'm talking about, like I said, is like your soft, buttery baby rib knit long sleeve tees. We have a couple of hoodies from the past that are like in our French terry material, your sweaters for sure. One thing is read the label. There's a label inside of your garment. It has washing instructions. I would say they typically are similar when it comes to your knits and sweaters, but read the directions, follow the directions. That's my first tip. My second tip is, some of the instructions tell you to do certain things. One of them is turn it inside out. And you might think, what's the big deal? Why would I turn it inside out? And it's because you'll know, like when you have your fleece sweatshirts or your fuzzier sweaters, you want that fuzziness to be maintained. You want to have that soft fuzzy feel all the time. So when you have that fuzzy part on the outside and it's washing with other pieces in your laundry, it gets rubbed and agitated in the washing machine and it changes the fabric. So if we turn it inside out, we're protecting that side of the fabric that we are loving and wanting to preserve. And the other thing that I highly, highly recommend is using a mesh garment bag. So these are great for washing like your delicates. Our bras have little hooks, things with zippers that we don't want affecting anything else. Mesh garment bags are such a great thing. I have cabby ones that I can get for you, or you can find them on Amazon, but they have varying sizes. This is a big one. This is what I would use for like a sweater or something like that. But I have smaller ones too that I use for like leggings or t-shirts or anything like that. So the idea about the garment bag is I would take a sweater, I would turn it inside out, I would put it inside this bag, and it's extra protected from anything that's flopping around in the washing machine with it. So like pants with buttons and zippers, they're not going to accidentally get hooked onto your sweater, or even our bras with those little tiny hooks. It's not going to get hooked into your sweater in the washing machine process, put holes and tears and stretch out pieces. It's going to really, really protect it from the other things in your washing machine. So I think these are gold. They are not expensive, and you should definitely add some into your laundry room. So we have inside out, put it in a mesh bag. I always wash on delicates. I don't care what it is, because I don't want any shrinking, I don't want any fading, and I just want it to come out well every single time. And when you're in a hurry and maybe you separated out your special pieces from your, just everyday loungewear or whatever, the things that you aren't too worried about keeping super nice, I'm telling you, I always find things that I didn't mean to wash in the regular cycle in the regular cycle. So I have just kind of defaulted to everything gets washed on delicates, and that's just how I roll, and everything comes out nice every time, and I don't have to stress like, oh my gosh, this went through the wash and it was on hot water and now I don't know if it's the right size anymore and all those things. So I just always wash on delicates. Lastly, when it comes to washing your garments, I hang everything to dry. The only thing I don't hang to dry are I like my jeans to kind of cinch back in a little bit in the dryer, so I'll dry my jeans and other things, like I said, that I'm not as concerned about, but my sweaters, my knits that I don't want to shrink, all of those things, air dry, okay? The heat is really damaging to the fibers of your clothes. It will break them down a lot quicker, and it will make them last not as long. It also breaks down the spandex fibers in your clothing. So, workout leggings, all of those things should really be hung to dry. I know it makes laundry take a lot longer, but it will make your clothes last for years and years versus, months to a year. So that is how I like to wash and care for my just my nice clothes that I want to keep nice for longer. Another major thing that is important to note about knitwear, it's soft. That's why we like it. It is soft fabric fibers that feel good on our body, that feel good to touch, but those soft fibers pill. That's just a fact of the matter. It's really not a reflection on the quality or anything like that. Soft fibers will pill, and they typically pill in like the places that rub. So like when your arm is rubbing against your body or in between your legs. Sorry about the rumbling. My husband is pulling his very loud car out right now. But in between your legs, you'll have that rubbing action. At least I do. Maybe you're a special person that doesn't have to worry about that. And then also like on the seat, if you have a longer sweater that kind of goes down around your bum when you sit down and get up and move around in your chair and stuff, that can also cause some pilling. So a way to take care of that is so easy, and it keeps your clothes looking fresh and brand new for so long. And that is a sweater shaver. I had to like slow myself down because that's a little bit of a tongue twister, but a sweater shaver, I got this on Amazon. It's rechargeable. I highly recommend the rechargeable ones because you never want to be like hunting down batteries. I don't know about you, but all it is, it comes with a little protective cap and this little screen, and behind the screen are little blades. And so it has a fan that kind of brings your sweater up into the surface, and it shaves off all those tiny little pilled balls. So, you know, you don't have to do it every time you wash it, but if you start to see some of those things happening, I say do it sooner rather than later, because you know, you don't want it to like build up and then you have to do it for a really long time trying to get all the little pills off. But this is so easy and like worry-free. You don't have to worry about messing it up at all. It just slides right over your clothes and it's super easy. And then the little lint balls, you'll see them collect down in here, and you just kind of dump it out when it gets full, and it's awesome. So highly, highly recommend, if you're gonna buy anything to help keep your clothes nice, mesh bag, sweater shaver. It's gonna change your life, I promise. I hope that these things were helpful to you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.